hierarchy of Brentford are entertain the fact that we got Raya from them, right, on loan with an option to buy in the summer, right? Now we're going to go back and take their striker that has been suspended because of the Betty scandal, right? They're going to come back in January. Then we're going to go back and submit a proposal. Oh, give us your star striker. We can't afford him now, but just give us on loan with obligation to buy. Look, how does that sound? I don't even know whether it's within the Premier League rule that you can do that kind of deal where you can get two players from same club on loan with obligation to buy. It doesn't make sense. Let's stop it. This is not about me. This is not about me talking about whether I rate Ivan Toney or not. Welcome to the present. If you're just joining for the first time, I'll be kind enough to strike a like on this video rather. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn on those notification bell. Very, very important. So there have been a few gossip and whispers regarding the winter transfer window. Will Arsenal actually be very active or not? We'll be hearing Arsenal needs to get a defender. The mainstream will be pushing narrative. I think Arsenal need to get a striker. If they want to win the Premier League this season, we need a striker, we need a midfielder, we need a defender. All kinds of narratives and noise are being made. And Arsenal fans have jumped to the bandwagon. Oh, we must sign a striker, Ivan Toney. Yeah, Ivan Toney is just very funny and farcical to me. Aside from the fact I don't rate Ivan Toney, we can have a debate. But you might disagree, I might disagree. I don't rate him, you rate him, fine. Now, let's put that on the side and discuss logic. We brought in David Raya from Brentford, right? We brought him on loan with option to buy, meaning we have not actually paid Brentford for Raya. So why do you think we have the audacity to go back to Brentford and offer another, give us Ivan Toney, your star striker, your marquee player on loan with an option or obligation to buy? How does that make sense? I want you guys to make sense of that. Do you think the board, the hierarchy of Brentford are entertain the fact that we got Raya from them, right, on loan with an option to buy in the summer, right? Now we're going to go back and take their striker that has been suspended because of the Betty scandal, right? They're going to come back in January. Then we're going to go back and submit a proposal. Oh, give us your star striker. We can't afford him now, but just give us on loan with obligation to buy. Look, how does that sound? I don't even know whether it's within the Premier League rule that you can do that kind of deal where you can get two players from same club on loan with obligation to buy. It doesn't make sense. Let's stop it. This is not about me. This is not about me talking about whether I rate Ivan Toney or not. Look at the logic of it. I understand the mainstream is pushing narrative within the striker. Ivan Toney will come into the Arsenal squad and take us to the next level. I don't subscribe to that. You guys have seen my videos. I don't subscribe to that. I think Ivan Toney is just slightly better than Edin Ketia. Because I'll tell you why. Ivan Toney has not consistently played against low blocks, right? So he's looking good at Brentford. I can bet with you, if you put Edin Ketia in that same Brentford team, he will score same amount of goals. He will. See, it's easy for someone like Ivan Toney, who is not constantly playing low blocks, to score those goals, compared to Ketia, who plays for a bigger team that is playing against low blocks, and the stakes are higher at Arsenal. And where Ivan Toney plays for Brentford, I'm not saying he hasn't done well, but the stakes are not that high. I've seen this before. I remember Francis Jefferson from Everton. We signed him, he was scoring goals at Everton. He came to us and he struggled. So let's not overrate these players because they're English or the media is pushing them and overhyping them. They're not necessarily as good as the media is projecting them. Not just solely the mainstream. Even the independent private content creators are joining in this swan song. Okay, let's put Ivan Toney aside. Now, regarding the midfield, I don't think Arsenal going to the market to get a midfielder is that pressing or imminent. Why? I get it. Partey is crooked. He's always getting injured here and there. I get it, but Partey will still give us a few games. We have Declan Rice who has shown us that he has availability. We still have Jorginho in the squad. He might not have the athleticism, but he can do a job. Even El Neni. Elneny can still do a job. He might not be the most flamboyant or most accepted by the players, but not by fans, right? I get it. Elneny is not the required standard, but he is a big part player. Now, if you are winning certain games 2-0 or 3-0 or 4-0, you can take off Rice and bring Elneny to see out the games. See, the request or the quest for a midfielder is not that imminent. We don't need to get in a midfielder, touch wood, provided Rice is not injured, especially a DM. We don't need that. In the attacking part of the midfield, we have Odegaard, we have Kai Havertz, we have Fabio Vieira, who will be coming back from injury, right? He had a slight surgery. I'll be back this coming January. So we still have Smith Rowe in the midfield. So it's only the defensive midfield that we need. And I just pointed to you, we have Jorginho can do a job. We have Elneny, regardless of how you guys, some of you don't rate him, but Elneny is still active and can still do a job. And we have Rice, who has shown us he has availability. He doesn't struggle with unavailability. So he doesn't struggle with injury. Touch wood, it doesn't change. The fortune doesn't change. We have that already. And Partey is going coming back from the African Nations Cup. When he goes, he'll be back. So that is not pressing. I think the only part of the pitch of the squad that is a little bit pressing is the defense. And unfortunately, we have suffered two major injuries in your team, but long-term injury. And Tomiyasu, who has been consistently on and off. Now, a lot of you want to label Tomiyasu as injury prone. I will not go that far yet, but I understand if you want to call him injury prone. Because if you look at Zinchenko last season, right, he was suffering consistently with the calf issues. But compared to this season, even though he didn't start this season, he had a calf issue. But since Zinchenko has been back, he hasn't had that calf issue for a long period of time. So I hope Zinchenko have similar fate, but by the time he comes back and go and play for Japan in Asian Cup and get back, hopefully he provides of that cover, the defense. No, Tomiyasu can play across the back line at a high quality. It's not just a makeshift. As a left back is solid, as a right center half is solid, a left center half is solid, as a right back is solid. Just like Tomiyasu, so just like Timber, unfortunately had that long-term injury, ruptured his ACL. Even though it's not a full rupture, we are hearing news that he should be back very soon. But even though it comes out very, very soon, we don't want to rush him. It will take him at least, even though when he gets back and start playing with the squad, which I expect to be late March, early April, even though he might be doing a bit of grass work right now, but when you come back from such injury like the ACL, it takes you time to get on the grass. After getting on the grass, individual training, then you join the group. Then you have to play practice matches to get your touches and feel back, right? Then you have to get minutes to your leg, then condition yourself. Then you get your psyche, your head right so that you are not subconsciously thinking about your leg. It will take a while. Look at Van Dijk. Last season, he wasn't the same Van Dijk we knew before the injury. It took him another extra year now as getting back to his best. Same thing is going to happen with Timber. Now, Timber might be exception to the rule that we might not go to that route, but we are not doctors. We cannot forecast that. But being rational and logical, you don't expect a Timber to come back and give us the performances he was given. He showed us, because just bought him before the injury. So it looks like we have to go into the market and get a defender. Now, which defenders can we get at a high quality, at a high level that see, because financially, we have to respect the FFP rule. We don't get in trouble like Everton or Manchester City, which are being investigated, or Chelsea. Even though people are just saying, go and buy. You've seen that you can get in trouble with the FFP rule. Now, when we go into the next financial year, maybe we can find a way around it after. If we win the league, there'll be more money to balance the book, or we can sell players in summer. But for right now, we need to if you want to get a top quality defender who can play across the back line at a high level like Tomiyasu and Timber, it has to be a loan with obligation or option to buy. But how many teams are willing to give those quality of players during the January transfer window for a loan and obligation to buy? Like, it's a difficult one for Arteta and Edu and Richard Galley to negotiate. It's going to be very, very tough. because it's easy for fans to start yelling and clamoring, oh, go and sign a player, go and sign a player. I want Arsenal to sign a player. I want us to win this league. But getting the required player in January transfer window is going to be very tough. And we have to understand that if they don't get that quality of player, don't get mad. And I'm hoping they push and get something, but it's not assured. Even though when I listened to the pre-match press conference for the West Ham game tomorrow, Arteta briefly spoke about the transfer plans. You could tell he wants addition in the defense, because he mentioned that even though they are short in certain areas and the players they expect to get back, when they get back, it doesn't know the condition to get back in, aka Timber. I'm sure not talking about Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu just a calf injury. But for Timber, he doesn't expect him to be the same, at least for now. So it's a very, very dicey one, difficult one. So it's going to be funny. Then, like I said, the midfield is not for me. It's not imminent and apparent. Striker, I don't think we need it. In the summer, we can actually go and get a striker, but that's not very imminent. But the defense is short. We are one injury away from a crisis, especially at the right back situation with Ben White. Some of you are actually saying that he might be playing with an injury, which we've not verified, because most of you are putting you're putting the fact that Ben White performances have not been the best lately. I don't agree. He's a right back. He's a centre half playing as a right back. And sometimes better wingers will get the better of him in a few times. Like, that doesn't make him horrible. Can we all stop acting as if our players cannot be beaten? Just like we beat other teams' players, sometimes the opposition will get the better of our players. It's part and parcel of football. Just that we have to make sure it is reduced to the barest minimum. I'm not going to have a dig at Ben White, who by trade is centre half, and he has been doing a fantastic job as a right back. Let's just stop pushing this funny thing. I'm not sure where you guys are getting this news that it's kind of an injury. I don't know. I can't verify it. Nobody has verified it, but you guys need to simmer down. You guys just need to simmer down. So, regarding this coming transfer window, is going to be very, very interesting. I want Arsenal to sign at least a defender. But if that doesn't happen, I will not be overly mad at Arteta and Edu, because it's a very, very difficult and delicate market, especially if you want to get quality. It's not just going to the market and just signing anybody. If you want to get the real quality, it's going to be very, very difficult, especially with the FFP rule and the financial constraints. You need to be very, very crafty with it. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section regarding these topics. Let me know. Don't forget to strike a like on the video. Very, very important. Make sure you subscribe. We are here to subscribe. Very, very important. And lastly, do not forget to turn on your notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.